Okay, Math 87, lesson 104, page 647. There's a lot of stuff here. I would strongly advise, I'm going to talk to you guys for a minute. Number one, you have to know the formulas that I've been trying to teach you all year that a large percentage of you refuse to memorize. You need to know what the formula is for the area of a circle, pi times radius squared. You have to know the formula for circumference, pi times diameter. You just have to know these things. If you haven't memorized them yet, you're going to have a hard time with this lesson because you're going to be looking up the formulas. Okay, we're going to use those two formulas for this a lot. Area, pi times radius squared. All right, second thing is, I don't care what the book says. I want you to use 3.14 for pi. I do not want you to leave pi as pi, Joseph. I do not want you to use 22/7. I don't care if it says that. Use 3.14 for pi in every problem. Okay? I don't want you to use 22/7. I don't want you to leave pi as pi. Use 3.14 for pi in all problems. All right? So what we're going to be talking about is a couple of different things here. Number one, semicircles. A semicircle, it does not have 18 wheels. A semicircle is half of a circle. Half of a circle. Okay? So if I had this right here, to find the area of this semicircle, I would do pi 3.14 times radius squared, that's 16, if I could do that, and it's half of the circle. You divide it by 2. Okay, so area is, this is area right here. Pi times radius squared divided by 2, half of a circle. If I wanted half of the circumference, if I just wanted half of the circumference of the circle, I do the same thing. Circumference is pi times diameter. The diameter here, if that's 4, the diameter is 8 divided by 2. When you go to work these, an easy way to do it is to cross cancel here first. Divide by 2, divide by 2, that's 8 times 3.14, half circle. Right here it would be cross cancel, that's 2, that would be 4, 3.14 times 4, that's half the circumference. Okay, half the circumference, all right? Does that make sense? So a semicircle is half of a circle, exactly half. 180 degrees out of 360. It's half of a circle. Okay? Let's see. Let's get rid of this stuff here for a minute. All right? Now, when we're looking at the circle, and we have, this is point A and this is point B on the circle. Okay, this is a radius here. Whatever it is, this is also a radius. Okay? This distance from here to here is called arc AB. Okay, it's not a segment, it's an arc. You put a little curly thing like that on it. That means the distance from A to B. Okay, that would be part of the circle right here. Okay, the circumference is the entire circle. Okay, let's just look at this. If I want to find the distance, arc AB. So I have AB, arc. I want to find that distance. I find the circumference of the circle. 3.14 times diameter, and it's not a semicircle here. It's the diameter of the circle. Radius is 4, diameter is 8. Okay, this is the entire circumference. This is all the way around. All I want is this piece, though. Okay, if this is a 45 degree, right down here, if this is 45 degree, this distance right here, that arc, the degree measure of that, okay, of that angle, all I want is 45 degrees out of the entire circle, which is 360 degrees around. I only want 45 degrees. If this is 45 here, the degree measure out here is 45 degrees. That's not the distance, that's the arc, the degrees, okay, that it opens up to. That's how big the angle is. Okay, from here all the way around is 360. What I want is just this piece of it. So I find the entire circumference and I multiply it by 45 degrees out of 360. Divide here first, reduce. Okay, cross cancel anything that you can and then multiply. All right, so this is the arc right here. Now, if I wanted to find, I think I need to switch these around like here. Okay, we're going to put arc right up here. We're going to put sector here. Okay, and I'm going to put this on the board. I don't want you to get confused with all the different stuff up here, but I want you to see this, all right? So now I want the area of this piece here. I've just taken this piece out like a piece of the pizza here. I want the area of this. So I find the area of the entire circle. I'm going to use the same circle, all right? And to find the area of the circle. The radius is 4. The degree measure here is 45. I want the area of this sector of the circle. So I find the area of the whole circle. That's pi 3.14 times radius squared. The radius is 4. 4 squared is 16. But I don't want the entire circle. I only want, again, 45 degrees out of the whole circle. Okay, so I take and I find the area of the whole circle, and again, I multiply it by the degrees that I have in relationship to the whole circle. I only want 45 degrees out of 360. Again, reduce, cross-cancel anything you can, multiply. That will give you the area of the sector. This is the area of the sector. This one here is the arc, the distance from A to B. This is the distance, the arc measure, right here on the outside. Okay? Isn't that wonderful? Now, we're going to do some more stuff here, okay? Just because this lesson is this lesson, and they never give you a rest, okay? You have to keep going forever until you die. So if I have this right here, I want to find this little taco right here, all right? So here we go. The radius, I got to quit saying that. The radius here is going to be 4. We'll call this piece here 6. And we'll just say, because I want to, this here is 5. Now, all you smart people out here, how far is it from here to here? I want you to think for a second. How far is it from here to here? Right there. That's 6, right? This piece is 6. Down here, that's kind of 6. How far is it from here to here? Well, if the radius is 4, that's a radius, the diameter is 8. So this whole distance down here is 14. Now, if we wanted to find the area of this, you'd find the area of the rectangle right here, 5 times 14. Then you'd find the area of the half circle. Okay, that's 3.14 area. That's pi times radius squared. And it's a half circle. Divide it by 2. So take this and add it to this. That's the area of this object. Okay, if we wanted to find the perimeter, the distance around the outside of this little thing, we would have, if this piece is 5, then this piece over here is 5. So you have 5 plus 14 plus 5 plus 6 plus half of the circumference of the circle. Half of the circumference of the circle. Okay? Circumference of a circle, 3.14 times diameter. If the radius is 4, the diameter is 8. And it's a half of a circle. It's a semicircle. Divide by 2. So it's 5 plus 14 plus 5 plus 6 plus half of the circle. Not this piece down here, just this right here. And I'll let you do the math because you're brave and wonderful and smart. Okay, just be very careful with this. Number 1, if it has a little curvy thing, that is an arc. That's the distance from A to B. It's 45 degrees of arc out of 360 degrees, but the distance is 45 out of 360 of the entire circumference. Okay, and then the other word we have is a sector. If they want you to find a sector of a circle, they'll do this right here. You get a problem that looks something like this. I want you to find the area of this sector. I want you to find the area of this sector. Okay, well, this is 20 degrees. So this is a radius. So you find the area of the whole circle. The area of the circle is going to be 3.14 times radius squared, 16, times, I only have 20 degrees of arc there, 20 over 360. Okay, and you reduce that, and then you multiplicate, and you're done. Now, if I wanted to find the distance from A to B, I'd find this piece, okay? I'd have 3.14 times, I want the circumference of the circle now. And again, this is a radius. So if this is the radius, the diameter is 8, but I only have 20 degrees of arc here, like that. Now, just be really careful. I don't know if they give you one of these or not. If they ask for the perimeter of this thing, that's all you have right there is this piece. You'd also have to have this piece and this piece. So it's 4 plus all of that mess right there. Hope you can see that with the orange on the board. Okay? I would seriously check back and read this lesson as you do it to figure out which one of these things you're doing. You have sector, you have arc, and you have semicircles, you have volume, and you have circumference, okay, perimeter. There's area of something like this. It's this piece plus this piece. That's half of a circle, okay? You have perimeter of this. Distance, 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 half of the circumference, okay? You have area of a sector. Area of a sector, okay? You take pi times radius squared for the entire circle, and then you multiply it by 45 degrees out of 360. Okay, that's this one right here. Okay, if you wanted the perimeter of this thing, you find this piece of arc right here, and you add this and this. Okay, just make sure you know which one you're doing. Look at this lesson, refer back to it, and see what to do.